The following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17.
It's okay.
The magician. You stop the magician, then the act is over.
We don't want to be like, we want to be respectful. Bigger week. Good focus by our team. Obviously, the energy, the purpose, the focus is there, execution. I said at the beginning of the week, we're bringing our own.
It's not going to be easy. We got to take it.
I'll leave it at that.
It's not going to be easy. That's how you want it.
I'm a Raider. Raider, tell me the Raider. All the doubters, all the stuff.
Vital.
Raiders game to play.
I'm gonna tell you something. That defense was all over Patrick Mahomes yesterday. It was pretty incredible to watch. Victory.
We believe. They know what I said. I will. We will. I believe. We believe. Goddamn, this is what the hell we do. The smoke talk and the talk on. The Raiders goddamn way.
Yo, what it do, Raider Nation, what it do? It's your boy Dirty, once again here in the basement, chilling for the night, you know what I mean? We're just going to do a small little recap real quick about what took place today. But before we get into that, look, 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time, be it 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, hey, whatever time it is, hey, I greatly appreciate it more than I could verbally express from the bottom of my heart, man. I could do a show all day long, but without an audience, it just really doesn't mean anything. If you're new to the channel, hey, like, subscribe, comment if you want. You know what I mean? I greatly appreciate it. You don't have to become a member. You don't have to super chat. You don't have to do any of that. But if you just run up the likes and the subs, YouTube will take care of everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, today was a good day. Today was a really good day. I'm not gonna be here a long time. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna bombard you. I know y'all been getting videos all day from everybody. They all been, pretty much on the same level. Some overreact, some not, some level-headed, some not. But hey, that's just the way of the world. Me, I'm real happy with today. Truthfully, I am really, really happy with today. We lost a couple of players, but we got some players too. We missed on a few players, but it's okay. Some of the players we missed on, they went other places and got overpaid. A little bit. I am gonna say I am a little bit upset on missing out on Najee Harris. I wanted Najee, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk. Our second year Air Force player round out safety situation for sure. But let me get some love to the chat while I'm here. Raider Pete, my guy, blessings. Yep, I was just getting ready to bring that up. I was gonna bring that up. Dark, my guy, blessings to you. BI, what's good with your blessings, man? John Leon, blessings, brother. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good. Anthony Estrada, my guy, what's good with you, man? Blessings. Shin Chan, what's good with you, man? Blessings to you. Joey, what's good with you, man? Blessings, brother. Hope all is well. J-Dog, my guy, what's good with you, man? Blessings, man. 50 billion things, man. 50 billion things. GAM 110, my guy. Blessings to you, man. Hope all is well. So today, we lost Robert Spillane, and I put the quotations up because these are handshake deals. These aren't signed deals. Can't sign them till Wednesday. We have seen players in the past, not often, but we have seen players in the past change their mind. So, you know, I saw a report that said, Raiders lost Robert Spillane, but they replaced him with, I want to say Elandon Roberts. I think that's how you say his name, Elandon Roberts. But my thing is, you didn't really replace him with Roberts. Spillane is a middle linebacker. Roberts is an outside linebacker. Well, no, he's an inside guy. So, maybe it all depends on how you line him up. Is he capable of wearing the green dot? These are the things. When you say you're going to replace somebody, that means they have to be able to do the exact same thing. So if he can't wear the green dot, it's not a replacement. You know what I mean? It's just not a replacement. I do like the addition to the team because we need linebackers. But if he can't wear the green dot, that's not the same thing as a Robert Spillane. He said Robert Spillane. He said we didn't get Byron Murphy though. I know, bro. I know. It's all right though. It's okay. Palomalo, Jerry Chin, Lonnie Johnson, and our second-year Air Force player round out the safety situation. Now let's get another corner and get a line depth. Yeah, that I'm fine with that. I'm definitely fine with that. I need a nickel corner though. I need a nickel corner. You know what I mean? Safeties is pretty much cool. I'm fine with that. I need a nickel corner. Today was all right. Losing minor pieces, re-signing people, gaining some pieces. Yeah. So I liked all our moves. I was hoping for one of those top corners, Reed, Ward, or even Murphy. I think the corner that you're looking for is in college right now, man. He's in the draft. I won't say that you're looking for, that we're looking for. The corner that we want, the corner that we are looking for, I believe he's in the draft. If we get one in free agency, cool, great, wonderful. If not, it's all right. It's all right. We did do a lot of signing of defensive players today. I can say that, that was one of the bright sides to today. We did do some signing of defensive players. We lost Trayvon Merritt, but we brought in, Jeremy Chin. Cool. But just in case that don't work out, we also brought in Lonnie Johnson as well. He said, you're a Rodgers guy, right? What's going to happen with him? Retire or someone picks him up? Well, I'm not a Rodgers guy. You should know that, Anthony Estrada. I'm not a Rodgers guy. I'm the guy who said I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stick with it until I'm proven wrong. If he makes it in the first ballot, cool. If he don't, then I was right. Yeah, I saw Tyrell Dodson, linebacker from Miami. I don't know, man. I don't know. I reserve judgment on a lot of players, man. Players don't do well in one place, but do phenomenal somewhere else. And vice versa. They may do phenomenal somewhere else and go somewhere else and not do too good at all. So he said, what corners are still out there? Free agent corners. Let's see. Let's find out who's still out there. I don't want to misspeak. I didn't see all of the signings today, but I did see a few. Let's see. All right, so who's still out there? DJ Reed is to the Jets. Ward from San Francisco Niners. Rasul Douglas. Let's see. No, I don't like this list. Said they're all Will Johnson, cornerback from Michigan at 6. I don't know if you get a corner at 6. That's the only thing, Shin. I mean, you could, but I don't know if you get a corner at 6. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I don't know if you take a corner that high. You know what I mean? Like, it all depends on how the rest of this free agency shapes out. Because you still need O-line. You could quite possibly need a quarterback, which you could get one early. You could get a Shador, Cam, or something like that. Might not, but you could. It all depends on what your biggest need is at that point in time. You can go with best available player. That does work sometimes as well. But that's a good question, bro. Our whole D-line is back. We got Kuntz back at 12 mil, which was a steal because he was looking for 18, which wasn't going to happen because he's coming off injury and he hasn't had a complete season in quite some time. DA is going after the ring and Morick is going after the bag. Morick can only go after the bag. Morick is not a championship player. You know what I mean? He said Mekhi Becton guard is someone to look at tomorrow. I thought I saw Mekhi. I thought Mekhi reached a deal with the Vikings. I thought Mekhi Becton reached a deal with the Vikings. Let's see. So top 100 free agents: Sam Darnold, Seattle. T. Higgins stayed in Cincinnati. Josh Sweat went to the Cardinals. Trey Smith stayed in Kansas City. Ronnie Stanley, he stayed in Baltimore. Milton Williams went to the Patriots. Drew Dahlman went to the Bears. DJ Reed went to the Lions. Javon Holland is still unsigned. Probably not going to sign him since we just got 2 safeties. Zach Bowen stayed with Philly. Obigowaza stayed with the Cowboys. Chris Godwin stayed with the Bucks. Carlton Davis, cornerback, went to the Patriots. Nick Bolton stayed with the Chiefs. Will Fries, offensive guard, is still available. It's to be determined. Justin Reed is still available. Doubt that we'll get him. Offensive tackle Cam Robinson, who I want, is still to be determined. That's somebody to definitely go after tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Mekhi Becton, he's still undetermined with the Eagles. The Eagles are spending a lot of money. I don't know if they can bring Mekhi back, but if you can snatch up Cam Robinson and Mekhi Becton, oh, we good, man. Oh, we'd be so good, bro. We'd be so good up front. You know what I mean? Hey, Charles Washington. Yeah. No. Blessings to you as well, too, brother. Long time no see. no, talk to. Yeah, I know he's a grown ass man, bro. I understand. People say, you know, replacement. When you say replacement, I'm just saying, can he do what Spillane did? And if he can he do it better? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Makai, if you can grab a Makai, go out and get a Makai Becton and a Cam Robinson. Oh man, your offensive line would be so beautiful up front, man. You know what I mean? So beautiful up front if you can go grab those two guys, man. Tevin Jenkins is still available out there. Josh Myers, which I don't think we need another center. What do you guys think about bringing Rasul Douglas back? What do you guys think about bringing Rasul Douglas back into the mix? Bringing him back into the fold from Buffalo. Mike Jackson is another corner that's out there that's available. And I can see getting a Mike Jackson. I could definitely see getting a Mike Jackson. I like how he played in Carolina. He said the market is all over the place, so gonna be interesting how much he gonna get paid. Yeah. If we don't get a wide receiver, we going to draft T-Mac. I heard Pete loves the kid. Hey, look, a lot of coaches love a lot of people. You know what I mean? John Leon, no, there is no market for Tyree Wilson because Tyree Wilson is not on the market from the Raiders. We're not giving up depth pieces. This is a kid that they like. We have our defensive line intact. What they want to see. So he's not even on the market. You know what I mean? He's really not even on the market, and he's at a great deal. So the way he started to come on last year, late in the season, if he can start the season like that and finish the season like that, you're talking about a beast of a player, man, and you don't get rid of that. You just don't get rid of that. Yeah, Shin, I like Mike Jackson. I can take a Mike Jackson on the opposite side of Bennett, or Mike Jackson can also take the spot of where Hobbs was playing. You know who else can play where Hobbs was playing? Palomar. Palomar can play there too. Palomar can also play linebacker when needed. You know what I mean? Especially if we go to like a 4-4 and we don't want to really use a true linebacker on the outside, we can bring Palomar in. You can bring Palomar in and you have him right there. So I see exactly what the Raiders are doing. I see the style of moves that they're making, and I'm loving it. I'm telling you, I'm loving it. The reason I'm loving it so much is we're not jumping out there and just signing anybody to any old contract. We're actually paying decent players the proper amount of money and getting better in the process. Look, Trayvon Merritt went to Carolina for $51 million. We brought Jeremy Chin in, and I think he's averaging 18 mil, something. I don't know. I think he's averaging like 16, 17 million, something like that a year, right? We brought in Jeremy Chin, who's a better player for less money. Hey, look. Chuck, my guy, Chuck the Jedi, what it do, baby? Hopefully you're not on the road, but if you are, man, be safe out there, Brody. You know what I mean? Hope all is well with you. T-Mac gonna struggle with separation, in my opinion. He should have ran that 40 at the combine. Hey, I'm fine with the the Elandon Roberts, man. I'm good with the Elandon Roberts signing because it's an immediate it's an immediate addressing of a need for the team. That's a mouthful, man. Y'all try to say that shit. That's a mouthful. Yeah, it's an immediate addressing of a needed position on our team. We needed an inside linebacker. We needed one desperately. And for the amount of money that we're paying him, this is a great move. If he can play anything close to Robert Spillane played, we let Robert Spillane go get his $12 million. We're paying this kid 1 year, $3 million deal. Come on. Who that remind you of? Who do we just do that to? And believe it or not, we got great production out of Spillane while he was here. What linebackers do I like in the draft? I like that boy out of UCLA. Man. What's his name, man? Forget his name off the top of my head. But I like that boy out of UCLA, man. He was blazing at the combine. They got him projected as a late round pick or something like that. Say he's a special teams player. But I think if you can play that fast and you can move that fast at linebacker, I believe you go into somebody's camp and you earn yourself a spot. When you can get to the line of scrimmage that quick, if you can blitz that fast, if you're that fast and can blitz, especially playing the outside, I expect for you to get there. I expect for you to get to camp and take a spot, even if you do go 3rd round, 4th round. And that's why I say I like this kid, because they projecting him right around the 4th round. And man, what's his name, man? What's his name? I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you his name right now. Yeah. Carson Swinzinger. Yeah. That guy. I like him, man. I like him. Yes, he's 242 pounds, 6'2", and he runs a 4.7 in the 40, right? But that's 6'2". 242. That's some weight moving, bro. These other guys, they 243, 6'1", running a 4.5. Jalen Walker is not going to be there, though. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, Demetrius Knight, I like him. Carter is okay. Chris Paul Jr. What's the other? Bassa, Jeffrey Bassa. He jumped off the boards for me too. See, I don't really put too much stock into 40 times either. You know what I mean? I put stock into movement, what I see. Said a real sideline talent. Yeah, Demetrius, I like Demetrius. Kobe King is another guy that I liked as well. But there's this, and that's what I say. There's so many linebackers in this year's draft. There's so many linebackers in this year's draft, bro. You can get you two or three of them. You can get you 2 or 3 linebackers. And they'll all be around on the team, I say 3 years from now. There's a plethora of linebackers in this draft, man. There's no shortage of linebackers in this draft. It's really not. I want to say let's see. I want to say there's 24 linebackers in this year's draft, bro, that could stick around in the NFL. I want to say there's 24 linebackers that can stick around in the NFL this year. And that is a lot, bro. That's a lot. That's not no slumped number, bro. There's the top 24 linebackers in this year's draft. I believe they can all stick around and be worth something over the next 3 years. Now, it just all depends on who you get, how you get them. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And then you got Travis Hunter, Will Johnson, Jahad Jade Barron, Nick Amanawari, Siobhan Revo Jr., Malik Starks, Benjamin Morrison, Xavier Watts, Trey Amos, Zy Alexander, Maxwell Hardinson. You got a good 12 right there. Damian Porter, Denzel Burke, Lathan Ransom, Billy Bowman Jr., Jacob Parrish. So yeah, you got a good plethora of corners available too. You know what I mean? You can pick up 2 corners. You can pick up 2 corners in this draft, and you'd be making moves if you pick the right 2. But you can get some in the late rounds. You can actually get some in the late rounds. So who they got in the? What do they have? Trying to see where they got Shiloh ranked. Let's see. They got Shiloh as the 50th best defensive back in the draft. He's number 50. And they have his 40 time at 4.54. Average position rank is 72. His average overall rank is 305. He's 195 pounds. He's 195 pounds and he's 6 feet tall. It says, despite the setback of a shoulder injury, Shiloh Sanders remains one of the most intriguing safety prospects in the 2025 draft class. Exhibits excellent ball skills and a nose for creating turnovers, displays above average closing speed and range, allowing him to cover ground quickly in the secondary, shows good instinct in zone coverage, often putting himself in a position to make plays on the ball, demonstrates willingness to come downhill and support the run, not afraid to mix it up in the box. Versatile defender capable of playing both safety positions, increasing his value in various defensive schemes. Possesses a high football IQ, likely benefiting from his father's expertise and experience across multiple programs. Has shown the ability to produce in big moments, including an 80-yard pick 6 against Colorado State. Brings special teams experience from high school, potentially adding value as a rookie contributor. So, I mean, his biggest weakness is the fact that he lacks ideal size for the safety position, which may limit his effectiveness against larger tight ends and in run support. I like highlight reel hits. I love me some highlight reel hits. That's not a weakness because you want to hit high. That's not a weakness. That's a good thing right there. Pyro, my guy, what's good, Brody? Blessings to you, folks. What's good, man? Hope all is well. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm back, bro. I'm back. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy, man? There's like five wide receivers tall as 6'3". Only wide receiver the tallest is a 6'5". Hey, you know what? Sometimes being 6'5" can just be too tall, bro. You know what I mean? You go to stretch out and get that ball, bro, and you 6'5", and a dude come and be like, pow, all up in your guts and fold you in half, man. Sometimes you don't want a wide receiver that's that big, man. Sometimes you just don't want a wide receiver that's that tall, bro. That could be problematic in the long run. If you look at all the best wide receivers, they all under 6'3", 6 foot. Most of them are anywhere between 5'11" and 6'2". The best ones, the great ones. So it ain't too many wide receivers running at 6'5" these days. It's nice, but if you 6'5", you should be playing basketball. If you're a wide receiver and you 6'5", you should be playing basketball. But he is a good wide receiver. He is definitely a good wide receiver. Jaden Higgins, I saw him 6'4", 4'7". That's not bad. That's not a bad move at all. But you know, we will definitely go down the draft road as it approaches. Right now, what we're looking for is for this week to pan out just a little bit better, right? Oh no, we're never going to do that. For what? Why would you do that? For Jamar Chase? Look, I like Chase, but there's no way in the world I would trade my first round along with Michael Mayer and another pick for Jamar Chase. It's not happening. And I don't even think we had the money on the books to pay Jamar Chase. I think if we get a Jamar Chase, we broke. You know what I mean? I think if we sign Jamar Chase, man, we broke. You know what I mean? So I don't want that. I don't want that. Chin says, I'm personally a Gentry guy at 6, but I understand why people hate that idea. I'm not a fan, you know what I mean? I'm not a fan of running backs until they get to the NFL and prove that they are worth what everybody says they're worth. And that's just me. You know what I mean? I told you I wasn't trading for DK, Ja. I was not going to trade for DK. I wasn't giving up in the second round. I knew that's what they at least wanted, was at least a second plus a new contract. Can't afford it. Look, I love the fact that we gave Max his contract, but in reality, looking at it in hindsight now, that hurt us for free agency. We gave Max a lot of money. I think that's a lot of money that we could have used to do other things with. You know what I mean? We could have beat the Chargers. We could have beat the Chargers off to Najee Harris. He went for 9. We could have offered him 10 if we still had it. You know, he went just a little bit over what his market value was. And, you know, it's hard. It's hard to really go after a lot of players when you've limited yourself and financial resources. And I love Max, and I want Max to be here, but looking at it now as we continue on into hindsight, into free agency, and seeing what some of these players are signing for, I think we hurt ourselves. So now we got to try to figure out how to Fandango numbers. You know what I mean? We got to try to figure out how to get these players to come here for a low price in the beginning to balloon into something else, you know what I mean, further down the line. Hey, Max could have got paid next season. You know what I mean? He said, any other running backs you looking at now that Najee is gone? Yeah, so one of the running backs that I'm not afraid to kick the tires on is J.K. Dobbins. He's one of the running backs that I'm not afraid to kick the tires on. You know what I mean? I feel like if you can get him for that $3 million, $4 million range, I'd take J.K. Dobbins. We still don't know what Geno's getting this year. We probably won't know till Wednesday. They haven't fully released everything. So once the league year opens on Wednesday, we'll probably get 100% of that information. Right now, we're just in legal tampering stages. The league year doesn't even start till free agency starts. So all of these moves that are being made are just right now, they're handshake deals, they're phone call deals. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they're deals that are going to go through. But he said, I think the Raiders tried to go after the guys we wanted or would like to get, but in the end, they're being outbidded by other teams. Yeah. And that's because we gave Max money. We gave Max money. Yes, you heard it. I didn't stutter. We gave Max money. And I honestly believe that we screwed up that because we then reset the market for D linemen. And then Garrett Wilson comes out and he resets it again. Saquon Barkley and the Eagles reset the market for running backs, along with the Green Bay Packers giving Josh Jacobs his contract, also reset the market. So you got a market for top tier backs like Saquon, and you got a bracket for backs like Josh Jacobs. Crazy thing is, they both making like $12 million a year now. No, a little bit more than that, I believe. I believe Saquon getting 18 to 20 this year. I think he made big baller status with his new contract. He said, we're due some extra cash when we extend Geno and the Andre James Minshew contracts come off the books. Yeah, but how much money is it? You know what I mean? Look, you put the Andre James contract and the Minshew contract together, that's one more good player. That's one more good player. Said he wants to win so bad he screwed up our cap. He said Max's free agency 2027. Raiders were getting $200 million in 2026. Wilkins had to restructure this time. Max next year. No, I want Max to restructure now. You know what I would have liked for Max to do, truthfully, I would have liked for Max to have listened to the offer and told them, hey, thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But we got to sign some other players. Let's use that money, you know what I mean, to sign some other players. And then next year, you can bring me the same offer and I'll take it. That's what I would have liked. Because then Max would have been able to see what Myles Garrett gets. And then he could be like, oh, okay, cool. See, we continuously do that. We did that shit with Derek Carr. Made him the highest paid quarterback for a day. For like a day or two. Said lots of O-line going to be signed tomorrow. Yeah, they got to, you know what? Usually, O-line usually don't go in the first couple of days. If they do, they're usually back to the team they're leaving, that they were leaving. But I think O-linemen tend to go within like the first 2 days of actual ability to see these players, have them come in. You know what I mean? Like, I know in legal tampering you can talk to them, but I don't think you can see them. And I think a lot of people want to see linemen in person. You know, they want to see the linemen in person. They want to have them come in. They want them to pass a physical before they make real, genuine offers. I could be wrong, but I think when you're getting an offensive lineman, you want to make sure he passes the physical before you make a huge offer, or at least his head is in the right space. Says, I'm done with the Crosby Show. Just produce on Sunday, and when we surprise everyone with a winning record, he will restructure. Hey, I'm not mad at Max. I just feel like maybe you could have left some money on the table in order for us to get a little bit more better. He was still under contract. The whole thing was stupid. I hear you. Issue with Max. The issue with Max was that he had no guaranteed money, and with him getting hurt this year, it put the pressure on the FO to get something done, especially the new regime coming in. Okay. But I still feel like could have waited. Or you could have left some on the table. You didn't have to reset the market for 2 days. I think if Max doesn't sign, Cleveland doesn't make the offer to Myles Garrett is still available. Changes the whole dynamics of everything. But I think he's been taking a pay cut for a while now. Do you think you really think Max has been taking a pay cut for a while? I know he's restructured his deal a couple of times, but he's gotten paid on the back end or either up front. And that's my only look. I have no problem with him getting paid. I do have a problem with the size of the dent it put in our cap, though. And that's my only reason. I just feel like maybe structure the deal to where we still had a little bit more in our cap, bro. We went from having like $105 million, and after we signed Max, bro, we ended up with like 70. That's a lot of money. You know how many other players we could have got? You know how many other players we could have got? We talking $40 million, bro. We're talking somewhere between 30 and 40 million dollars. You know what else we could have got with that? Let's just say he only took 22 mil and left the other 18 on the board. That's at least two more good players. That's at least two more good players. Well, you definitely got a point there. It's definitely good that we signed him before Garrett got his money because, yeah, we probably would have had to come out of pocket. But I just feel like we could have saved just a little bit. You know what I mean? If he'd have just put like 10 mil back and been like, you know, get another player with this 10 mil, you know what I mean? Make it up to me on the back end. I'd have been cool with that. Said Max making more than Sam Darnold. Hey, he is. He said Max loves them Cuban chains, so he needs the money. Hey, Max do got a collection of Cuban chains, though, man. They fire. Jay, we got a third for DA. You know, Raiders never get fair trades. But here's the thing: even though we got that third for Devontae Adams, we gave that third to Seattle for Geno. So that's actually a good trade. That's a fair trade right there. That's a fair trade. Because we gave up Devontae Adams for a third, but and then turned around and used that third to get a quarterback that we needed. In the end, it becomes a fair trade. Hey, he said, I mean, Max better play out of his mind and better not make any excuses that's what Carr learned in the hard way. Get paid, lose players. Yeah. 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 He said that podcast money is wild. Hey, yeah, when you got subscribers like that, I guess his podcast money is wild. That third was a great deal for a guy who didn't want to play for us, and it was publicly known. Most guys' value drops significantly when they show a hand like that. We got lucky for real. So, Chuck, I humbly disagree in the fact that he didn't want to be here. It wasn't that he didn't want to be here. He was tired of dealing with Tom Telesco's BS. He was tired of dealing with Tom Telesco's BS. Tom Telesco came in here and made a mess of the team. He made a mess of the team, and that's just being realistic. That's just being honest. He didn't sign Josh Jacobs back. And Josh just wanted to be shown some love. For the amount of money that he got in Green Bay, we could have kept him here. We could have kept him here for $10.5 million. And Telesco didn't want to budge on that. OG, what's good, Brody? He said, hey, bro, got my eyesight back in one eye. Glad to see you again. Hey, man, blessings to you, OG. Hey, I will be out there June 2nd to the 16th. I'll be out there from June 2nd to the 16th. So if you ain't doing nothing, come through the house on Father's Day. Come through the house on Father's Day, man. We'll barbecue and hang out again in the backyard. You know what I mean? OG in the building. I'm still pissed about Josh Jacobs, so don't remind me, please. Hey, I feel you, man. I am too. I'm never gonna live that down, bro. That's like getting rid of Marcus Allen, man. Yeah, it was like getting rid of Marcus Allen. If Max don't show up week 1 and goes on podcast, I'm sending $50 super chat telling him to get your ass off podcast and get on the field. Stop beating that mic and beat that old lineman in front of you, man. Beating that mic, you need to beat that old lineman in front of you, man. DA was crying about being hit so many times in his life when Jimmy G was throwing him the ball. Hey, that was the beginning of it. The final straw, was Telesco, bro. Mike Mayock, Zig, Telesco, and now Spytech. You wonder why he looked pissed on the Pete and Spytech presser. Yeah. Man, that's a tough one, Demooks. That's a tough one, man. Because he looked happy, but he looked sad, but he also looked happy. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be the first fan banned from his channel. I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I think there's somebody who's been banned from that channel already. It's not me. It's not me, but I think there is somebody who's been banned from that channel already. It's a content creator too. It's a content creator too. But I think there's somebody that's already been banned from that channel. So, but you could be the second. you could be a second. He said he's hoping Stafford don't get injured or Jimmy G gonna have to throw him the ball again. Hey, I guarantee you, DA was really praying and hoping that Jimmy G would not re-sign with the Rams, bro. He was really hoping and praying that Jimmy G would not re-sign with the Rams. But hey, it is what it is, man. I hope Stafford don't get hurt either. I hope Matthew Stafford plays well and is healthy and gets it all done, man. He said if the doc don't fuck me. DA didn't think that through when he signed with the Rams. You know what? No, I think he did think it through. I think he did think it through. It puts him back on the West Coast. It puts him in good weather. Puts him in the city of LA. Sets him up for things after football. If he still has a house in Vegas, man, I mean, he could fly home if he wanted to. It's an hour flight. It's an hour flight from LA to Vegas, or an hour and a half. And on a private fast jet, yeah, probably an hour to 45 minutes. So, you know, he could fly into work, he could fly home, or he can get a place in LA. But I honestly believe he needed to separate himself from Aaron Rodgers. If he was ever going to chase a ring, he needed to separate himself from Aaron Rodgers. He went to the New York Jets and gave it a shot. And I think even he realized, yeah, I'm gonna have to get on par with another quarterback. The Rams may be close to a ring. But they're not getting one. As long as the Eagles are built the way the Eagles are built, Ain't nobody in the NFC about to beat them. Only team I can see giving the Eagles a hell of a run for their money is the Lions right now. I don't see any other team in the NFC and the Commanders. The Lions and the Commanders. Now, I know the Rams played the Eagles the toughest in the playoffs, but the Lions, Eagles, Commanders, that's your top 3 NFC teams right there, man. So did you ever think us getting Stafford was real? When Tom Brady's on the phone, I believe anything is possible. But I think the Rams called Stafford and was like, hey, man, we're trying to get Devontae. But Devontae only going to stay if you decide to come back. You know what I mean? And he was like, Devontae? Adams? They was like, yeah, DA, number 17. He's like, well, you talked me into it. I'm back. Come on, here's the paperwork. Give it to me, man. Chance to play with DA? Of course. I'll take it. No problem. I'm just saying. Carr never left the Saints. Carr has not been released. He's not left the Saints. He hasn't been cut or anything. Those are all false reports and predictions. But as far as I know, Derek Carr is still the starting quarterback for the Saints. He said Eagles lost some players and people say they're done. I said, nah, they have Howie GM. They're going to be there for a while. They are. Look, see, the one thing about the Eagles is the Eagles build talent in-house. There's a player on the Eagles that you don't know nothing about that's going to blow your mind next year on defense. They always have somebody in the wings waiting. They're smart. That's why they look so good, because they're smart. Yeah, that was fake, bro. That was fake. Derek Carr is still the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. And see, this is the new year, man. This is the new year. In fact, I'm gonna create a banner real quick. Like, man, I'm gonna create a banner real quick. This is my motto for this year, man. This is gonna be my motto for this year. Here's my motto for this year, man. Hashtag 2025. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's my motto this year, man. 2025. Hashtag make it make sense. So Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Cooper DeJean, Mitchell Zach, Vaughn. They're stacked on. Yeah, they're stacked on defense, bro. They're stacked on defense, man. Carr has 1 year left on his deal. He did restructure, clearing cap space for the team this year. Somebody had to clear some space. Hey, Cooper DeJean was a guy that I wanted, and everybody laughed at me, bro. Cooper DeJean was a guy that I wanted, and everybody laughed at me, bro. They was like, nah, he ain't going to be shit at the next level. You know what I mean? He ain't going to, bro. I'm not right all the time, but when I am, I am. And this was a kid that I wanted, and everybody laughed at me, bro. Everybody laughed at me. But it's okay. It's all right, because he's the one doing the laughing now. I said this kid was going to be something amazing. Even though it was just his rookie year and he's got to do more. He said probably said shit because he was a white DB. Hey, believe it or not, John B, that was kind of the reason a lot of people was dissing me, bro. You know what I mean? And I was like, he could be something like Jason Sehorn or better, bro. I was telling people he could be something like Jason Sehorn or better, bro. And people were like, oh, no. And he sure enough came out and played better than Jason Sehorn. If you don't know who Jason Sehorn is, man, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Put him in the same category with Stu Swagger. Y'all know who Stu is. I put Jason Sehorn and Stuart Swagger in the same category. Two white boy DBs that like to hit and could play this game. Same, I wanted him too. People said no white cornerback becomes great. Okay. Well, that white cornerback picked off Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl and took it for a touchdown. So I'm glad Cooper went to the Eagles to beat the Chiefs. Hey, I hear you. Year before that, we should have got Gonzalez. Yeah, he playing good too. Yeah, I am what I am. You know what I mean? I am what I am. Hey, look. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting past that 1 hour mark. Actually, we are already past that 1 hour mark. I'll take a few more questions. We'll be live for a few more minutes. Then I'm going to go and rest up, and I'm going to get ready for tomorrow's news, and hopefully we get some more good news. But today we lost Spillane, we lost Hobbs, we lost Murray, but we gained Jeremy Shin, Lonnie Johnson, Elandon Roberts, re-signed Butler, re-signed Kuntz, gave Max his money, Gino his got Gino. I feel like I'm missing some. I feel like I'm missing one. I feel like I'm missing one. Like I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Well, we did more today than we've done in a very long time. You know what I mean? We've done more today than we've done in a very, 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 very long time. So I'm happy. Maybe we'll wake up tomorrow with some great news as well. And till next time, ladies and gentlemen, 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated. Oh, signed Kappa. Thank you. 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated, more than I can verbally express. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Raider Nation, fuck who hates you, who fucking loves you. Go get your sunshine. Oh, and I got a new one. Even a broken crayon still colors. Y'all have a good night, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.